Hey, fellow humans, how are you guys doing today? And this is going to be a course with my Zen master on how to become an interesting human being. I'm your host, Mr. AJ Johnson. I'll be instructing you on how to scientifically make yourself into a more interesting person, how to make people be more attractive, and how to basically take over a room, how to work a room, how to get people interested in what you have to say and what you do. So the intro of this course, the reason we're making this course is because people want to be interesting. When you're interested, it makes life a lot easier for you. And how does it make life easier for you? Well, you don't have to do as much selling, you don't have to do as much advertising because when you're interesting, you are naturally drawing people to you. Because human beings like novelty. Human beings like to see things that are out of the ordinary. Human beings like to be, they like mystery. At least most of them like mystery. I don't know, there's some weird people who don't like mystery. But besides the point, being interesting is good because it helps you in so many different aspects as far as just life goes, and it gives you so much leeway in life too. So there's value in being an interesting person. People don't really know how to quantify it, but there's always some type of value attributed if you can be interesting, if you can keep people's attention, if you keep people entertained, if you can have people guessing what you're doing, why you're doing it, and draw their attention to you. It means it's gonna make easier things. It's gonna make life easier for you to be able to sell. It'll make it easier for you to be able to find dates, make it easier to find friends. People are just drawn to interesting things. So you might be asking, how can I be interesting? Like, I'm boring. I just do the same thing every day. I go to work, I go to my job, I eat the same foods, same restaurants, talk to the same people. Well, see, just a small tweak in your daily experience of life can make you into a more interesting person. It's not very difficult. We give it difficulty because since the internet has introduced us to so many ways of living, people tend to draw into one particular lifestyle, and we all think, oh, that's the lifestyle we must have. We want to be an interesting human. We have to have a nice Lamborghini. We have to have nice clothes, have beautiful women, go to these great places. But the truth of the matter is, no, that doesn't make you necessarily interesting. It just means that you can afford to go do things that most people can't do. But just because you can afford to do certain things does not make you interesting up here. And my goal is to teach you 5 different methods by which you can make yourself into an interesting human being. And those 5 methods are going to be is I'm going to teach you how to maximize your 5 senses because your senses is what everything you bring in, which just makes your experience. And if you can add some variety to your experience, it's going to make your life much more interesting. I'm going to teach you how to utilize timing. Timing is a very important aspect of being an interesting human being. When you can time things, when you're able to perceive and see how people are reacting, if you know how to react within a certain time space, it gives you an aura of interestingness or mysteriousness. And whenever it's mysterious, it's also interesting because people want to find out more about this. We're going to teach you how to be more human. The internet was a great advent, but one of the biggest problems with the internet is that we get this common state of what everybody's kind of like because we're all processing information. So what I'm going to teach you is how to stop processing so much information, start being more human, start experimenting more within life. For fighting, man. Fighting, I don't know if anybody really watches fighting. Well, a lot of people watch fighting. It's one of the major sports in the world. But the one thing we can say about most fighters is they are very interesting characters. So you don't meet too many people like fighters. And there's a good reason. There's a psychological and physiological reason for why fighters are such interesting people. Because, dude, you gotta be a little bit kind of to be able to decide I'm going to fight people for money for a living. That's kind of crazy. And the last thing is I'm going to teach you the mysterious one, which is learn an interesting, not interesting, but learn an instrument. Learning an instrument is the fastest way to become interesting and to become likable. And we'll go over more in detail about that. But anyway, this course is going to be able to help you. I want to say thank you to Zen for giving me the opportunity to teach you guys how to become an interesting human being. And I look forward to explaining more about this.